Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with 4 more trades. They were all pound pairs and I sold them all based on pound weakness. Now in real time the pound was right down at the bottom and it was less than 20%. Today's date is September the 9th, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can trade with a day job and make money. So let's assume that you have a day job 9 to 5. You can get up, such as what I did today. I got up at 4 a.m. Now that happens to be right here on the Vantage FX platform. It'll be 11. This is 4 a.m. New York time. I normally get up around 6, which is this time. And what I ended up doing was I took these trades. Now, one of them was at this one here, pound dollar, was 501. This one was a little bit later. That was 721. Again, this one was 18 minutes after 5, and this one here was just before 5 a.m. So the whole idea is to get up prior to the time that you have to go to work. The time right now is it's just a little bit after 8 a.m. Actually 8:20, and I closed out the trades at 15 minutes after, 16 minutes after 8. At which point, if I had a job, get ready and go to work. And of course, once you become good at doing this, and you can see totals like this, well, now you understand why I don't have a day job. Working for an hour or two a day and make huge returns. So let's just drag and drop this up to see where I got in at. Right here, did a bit of a pullback, not much. Let's run a check on it. So right at this cursor, it did go against me about 11 pips. And actually I went down for breakfast here. When I came back, saw it working its way up. I just decided to close the trade as I was looking at the totals down at the bottom. The grand total, I was very happy. So I just immediately closed everything. And that looks like it's 26 pips there. And 26 pips on the pound dollar paid $2,590. So moving right along to the next pair that I did. Let's clean up the charts. Just reapply the template. Everything disappears here. Let's go to the pound New Zealand. Drag it up and drop it. It'll change the charts. There it is. Looks like I got in what I would label as near perfect timing entries. So I got in right here where this ADR line is. As soon as it started to go down, I pulled the trigger. Got in right here. And for no particular reason other than, remember, when I'm happy, I close the trade. And there it is. That is 64 pips. And 64 pips on the pound New Zealand paid $4,261. Another excellent trade. So let's try the next pound pair, which happens to be the pound CAD. Just drag and drop it up. It'll change it. And there you go. This one didn't go very much against me, and I got in the trade again right around 5 a.m. Actually 18 minutes after 5. Got in at this cursor. It did go against me a whopping 3 pips, and I closed it out when I was happy. If I saw this doji, I would have closed it out here with 73 pips, but I was happy with, looks like, 57 pips. And 57 pips on the pound CAD paid $4,326. Okay, let's move on to the next pair. Clear this up again. The reason I clear it up is because if I leave the cursors on the charts, the meter will start losing some of the data, and maybe I can show you on the next pair and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see, pound Aussie. Let's just drag and drop it up. This is about as perfect as what you can get. In real time I saw this. When this candle got to about here, I just pulled the trigger. And this happened to be right at 5 a.m. New York time. I got in here. And again, being happy, I closed the trade with 67 pips. And 67 pips on the pound Aussie paid $4,792. So for today, a pip total is 214 pips. And of course, those 214 pips paid $15,970. Now, if I wasn't so lazy, I would get up at least 2 hours before. It's a great way to trade. You can catch the London session, and it just continues to go. It does it quite regularly, almost daily. But you just never know. It could have stopped here and hooked around and gone the other direction. So there's a bunch of rules that you have to be following, because not every trade will work out. And that's why you need the training videos. And within those training videos, I teach what you should be looking for, just in case it's going to turn into a losing trade. And just I wanted to show you about the meter here. If I change the time frame and just go back, you see the way it starts omitting some of the like the currency pairs. So, and it's the cursor here that is interfering with it. So all you got to do then is just reapply the template, and everything gets nice and clean. That's a little tip of the day for you. You can drag and drop that back up there again. There it is. Very happy. It's only 8:30 in the morning. Couple hours work, and I'm done for the day. Now, if your system is not producing like my master trigger system, I suggest you at least take a look at it, possibly get it. And to do so, and if you want some more information on it, all you got to do is look right below this video, and you'll see this right up. It's a master trigger system. I do charge $250 for it. Has well over 3.5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now, it comes with 4 MT4 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Would not trade without the meter. It helps me every day to make trading decisions. Now, there's a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and this will help you with your continuing education and help you to learn how to trade the Forex markets. Markets are very difficult to trade, and more education is a must. If you do not get a lot of education, you will struggle. In other words, buying a system for $97 will not cut it. There is too much stuff that you have to learn. And I do teach a lot of stuff. And that is why I give 42 training videos and 9 bonus videos. Now, every day and every trade you saw today was a great way to trade. Simple. You can learn it in a week. Doesn't mean that you'll find success within a week, but this is a very simple system. Lots of traders are catching on quite quickly, and they're finding success. So, now what makes my master trigger just a little bit better? They're all very good, my trigger systems, but the master trigger is a little bit better because of these 5 things that subjects right here. In each and every one of these videos, I give a lot of advanced trading tips. I teach how to get near perfect timing entries. As you can see, can't get much more perfect than this, maybe within 2 pips. How to stay in the trade for more pips. I also teach how to trade at the right hand edge, like what to look for just prior to pulling the trigger. And also teach how to trade higher time frames. I do this every day. It only takes 3 seconds to check couple, 2 or 3 higher time frames to make sure I'm going with the trend direction. It's very little time just prior to pulling the trigger. But you got to know what to look for on the higher time frames, which is what I teach. Now within the training, I show dozens and dozens of great trade setups, exactly what the chart should look like prior to pulling the trigger. Also teach how to backtest the master trigger, how to scalp the market, how to scan the market. Also teach how to trade all 3 sessions, including this London close. Also teach how to trade pullbacks anytime it comes back to the goal line or this general area. Hooks around and keeps going down. That's a pullback, and if it happens to break through the goal line and keep going the opposite direction, that is a reversal, which I teach. Also teach how to trade the goal line. Now this little bit that you're looking at right here never did hit the goal line, but once it gets around the goal line, I also teach how to trade that. Also teach how to trade the news. More difficult, but can be done. I recommend a great way to trade to start with. And also teach how to trade with a day job, which is a good example. For today, it would be getting up a couple hours before, 2 or 3 hours before you got to start getting ready to go to work. Or like once you put in a trade, not a big deal. You can start getting ready. You don't have to sit there and babysit the trade. Actually, I put in the trade and I went back to bed. Because I knew with, at least 95% that it's going to go in, like in this situation, down. So I just went, I went back to bed for an hour. I got up and it was still going a little bit sideways. So I knew that it was just resting, getting ready for another push. These are all things that you have to learn to find success. Now, of course, trading with a day job can be 2 or 3 hours before, or if you come home at 4 or 5 o'clock, have dinner, try to get in front of the computer between 6 and 7, and the market generally will start moving either up or down. And at that point, you'll be focusing on the yen pairs, and a little bit later on, like around 8, you'll be looking at the Aussie, the New Zealand, and the Swiss pairs, as that's when those markets are opening. But for sure, if you can stay up until about 11 o'clock, you can trade. And I teach exactly how to do that within these 2 videos, how to trade with a day job. So, let's see now if you have any questions. Very simple, just pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. I actually do answer. I could never find anybody that would actually answer the phone, and but I do answer. And of course, if you live too far, just send me an email. There's an underscore right here. Don't forget it. Now I do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, which will last about 45 minutes. Now over the course of many years, I built 27 trigger systems, and all you got to do is click on this link and you'll see screenshots. So I do believe that just about wraps up this video, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, good luck with your trading, and remember, keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.